SpaceX has successfully carried out its first commercial flight using its new Falcon heavy launch vehicle. The flight carried the Arabsat 6A telecommunications satellite into geostationary transfer orbit from pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida.
Vehicle flight pressures.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Under the power of 5.1 million pounds of thrust, Falcon Heavy is headed to space. We're throttling down at T plus 40 seconds to prepare for maximum dynamic pressure.
Power and telemetry are nominal. Vehicles supersonic.
Side boosters are throttling back up on power as we're through the period of maximum dynamic pressure. Trajectory looking good. You can hear the applause behind me as we've gotten past maximum dynamic pressure. Next event coming up is chill-in of the MVAC-D engine. Get the turbo pump ready to ignite the main engine on the second stage. Merlin engine performance looks good. We've begun dropping power on the side boosters to decrease loads on the center core.
Second load limiting shutdown.
Continuing to decrease loads to minimize acceleration on the Falcon Heavy structure.
MVAC engine chill.
Pico.
Booster separation confirmed.
Successful separation, if you can hear me over the cheering. Side boosters now beginning a flip to begin returning back to Cape Canaveral. Side boosters have begun the boost back burn. The center core has throttled back up to power. Everything looking good on the flight of Falcon Heavy.
Miko.
Main engine cut off. Center core shut down.
Separation confirmed. MVAC ignition.
Again, over the cheering. MVAC-D engine up on power. It looks good. Side boosters looking good. Still burning on their way back to Cape Canaveral. Grid fins are out on the center core.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Here comes the fairing separation, and there it goes. We also have successful shutdown of the side booster boost back burn. Side boosters on their way back to Cape Canaveral. Center core coasting out over the Atlantic.
Nominal.
Stage 2 looking good with a nominal trajectory.
The grid fins have deployed on the side boosters as well as the center core. Those work to help guide the boosters back to a nice targeted soft landing. As a reminder, today we'll be attempting to recover all three of the first stage cores, and all three boosters are currently on their way heading home. In just a few minutes, the side boosters will execute an entry burn followed by a landing burn, and the center core will do much the same a few minutes later. Both burns are meant to slow the stage's speed down rapidly before landing.
At the time of separation, the side boosters were traveling slow enough to turn around and make their way back to land at our side-by-side landing pads. The center core, on the other hand, is going too fast to efficiently return to the Cape, so we're using our autonomous drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. If we have a successful landing today, the side boosters will be reflown on our next Falcon Heavy mission, STP-2. Now, coming up at about T plus 6 minutes will be the side boosters re-entry burn.
Acquisition of signal Bermuda. Side booster entry burn has started.
And there's the re-entry burn beginning.
Stage 2 trajectory nominal.
And the re-entry burn is complete for the side boosters. Now, coming up in about 30 seconds, the center core will begin its re-entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn has started. Side boosters are transonic.
The re-entry burn for center core has begun. Coming up in about 5 seconds here, the side boosters landing burn will begin as well.
Side booster landing burn has started. Side booster landing is deployed.
An amazing view. You can hear our crowd going crazy right now. Both side boosters have landed on our landing pads. Zone 1 and Zone 2. What an amazing sight to see.
Now we're waiting for the engine to shut down on the second stage and for the center core to land. Now, if all goes well, we'll have successfully recovered all three boosters, which we have never done before. Now, coming up in about 20 seconds, we're going to listen for confirmation of SECO 1, or second engine cutoff 1.
Ship AOS. MVAC shutdown.
And we have confirmation.
Center core
now we're
is
just waiting to hear good orbit.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And we have that confirmed. Good orbit.
The launch had been delayed by a day due to upper-level winds. Built by Lockheed Martin, the fully fueled 6,000 kilogram Arabsat A is brought around an LM2100 satellite bus. It's fitted with a suite of KY and Ka band transponders to provide television and radio broadcasting, as well as internet access and mobile telecommunications across the Middle East, Africa, and Southern Europe. It's also equipped with S, X, and C-band transponders. The 70-metre tall Falcon Heavy is designed to lift 63.8 tonnes into low Earth orbit, 26.7 tonnes into geostationary transfer orbit, and 16.8 tonnes on missions to Mars, making it the most powerful launch vehicle operating today. Falcon Heavy uses 3 Falcon 9 core stages mounted side by side, with the center core carrying the upper stage and payload, while the 2 outboard cores act as gigantic strap-on boosters. You may recall the rocket's maiden flight back on February the 6th last year launched SpaceX boss Elon Musk's little red sports car into a trans-Martian orbit as a dummy payload. For this latest mission, the Arabsat 6A was correctly delivered into its orbit. And all 3 of the core stages returned to Earth safely, with the 2 booster cores landing side by side in spectacular fashion on the twin landing zone pads at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, while the center core landed minutes later aboard the SpaceX drone ship Of Course I Still Love You, which was pre-positioned downrange in the North Atlantic Ocean.
Now, coming up here in about 15 seconds will be the center core landing burn beginning. So again, as we mentioned earlier, this is going to be a challenging landing.
Stage 1, landing
and we are
starting.
landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. Waiting for some confirmation, and it sounds like we landed the center core on our drone ship. We have landed the center core for the first time on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. For the first time, we've landed all 3 boosters for Falcon Heavy. What an amazing day.
However, heavy seas later during the return voyage of the drone ship caused the center booster to topple over. The Falcon Heavy's next mission, slated for June the 3rd, will carry an evaluation payload of 25 small spacecraft as part of the US Air Force's National Security Space Launch certification process. Secondary payloads will include numerous additional small satellites, as well as the Planetary Society's latest light sail, the Light Sail 2, a kite-shaped solar sail designed to deploy and fold out into a total area of some 32 square meters. When the sun's just right, its glint should be visible from the ground.